Hey, welcome to Pocket Change. I am Candace Lott. I never know what to do with my hands while talking, so I'll keep them busy while doing laundry. Hang out with me while I ramble on about all kinds of topics and different seasons of life I've experienced. It's going to be loads of fun. Let's get to folding.
Hey, happy whatever day it is in your world. It is November 1st. Christmas lights and real estate advice fully activated. Let the holiday season officially begin today. I know Halloween is a holiday, but we're officially in Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday season, which is, if you don't know what that is, it is an NSYNC song from their Christmas album. So you should listen to it if you don't know it, because it's a bop. It's a real bop. The kids love it. And by kids, I mean me. So, hi. A it's been a long 2 weeks, and I'm talking to you on a tripod that looks like it changed colors because it has been in our kitchen where we are doing our remodel. And I'll have you know, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? We are less than 2 weeks away from having no tarps, no partitions, no sawdust, no nuttin' Jesus on in our kitchen. It will be strictly a kitchen, and it will be awaiting new countertops. And people said, amen. It's been a process, y'all. So I have several things I wanted to talk about today, but we're going to only stick to one because, well, let me rephrase that. I'm going to try to stick to one. We'll see how that works out in my favor. So I thought today I would chit chat about remodeling and taking on big projects with your significant other. So Mike and I have been married 2 years in March. So we're still quote unquote newlyweds and in our newlywed phase, can't you tell? And we have been through a ton in the short amount of time that we've been together. We've known each other. Again, I always try to do math on this thing and it never works out in my favor. We've known each other, I want to say, since 2017. So anyway, he's known me a bit. I've known him a bit. I know I washed one of my shirts with my school visitor name tag on it, so now I have to work that out. That's fun. And hopefully I didn't ruin it. But I want to talk to you about working with your significant other in projects, right? So we are quote unquote newlyweds, been through lots of life experiences that I feel like have kind of definitely strengthened our bond. And he is my best friend, 1000%. He's the person I want to talk to more than anyone else. He's the person I want to push in the pool more than anyone else. I feel like that's just how that works. So we started this project back in May, and we started demoing. We demoed the kitchen May 2nd, right? And then I talked about it. Our pool got the herpes. It was very heartbreaking. The pool no longer has herpes. It has been completely healed. And by healed, I mean it has been completely made fresh and completely redone. So the herpes no longer exists. Yay. And if you don't know what the pool herpes is, because you didn't listen to that podcast, don't worry. You don't have to go back. I'll tell you right now. It's black algae. The pool guy calls it herpes, and that's just what's stuck in my head. And it's quite fun because I'm pretty confident people in my life think I have herpes because I just say it as if it's like a normal sentence. The pool has herpes. So that's fun. And so the pool got all of our money, right? So now we're working on this kitchen with less than a shoestring budget, right? Because the money we had saved for the kitchen went away and into the pool. Like, if you want to see my new countertops, just look outside. Don't they look really pretty in the pool? They're waterproof even. So, okay, then we kind of had to come together and be like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to finish this? We'd already purchased like a lot of the stuff for it. By stuff, I mean like the wood. So we had the wood here, we had the table saw, like we had all the pieces to complete this project during the summer. And we haven't had to buy a whole lot since we started last weekend to get everything going. But it's one of those things that like you still have to have money for countertops. You still have to have money for like we're getting a gas line put in. So that's permitting. To have to buy a big stove, things. It costs money. And nothing is getting cheaper, right? Nothing is getting cheaper. So yeah, going through that. And let me just say, so Mike and I do counseling. We do couples counseling every other week pretty much. We've been doing it since before we got married. We started, I want to say shortly after Chris died, because it was one of those things that I was grieving. I was going through a lot. The girls were going through a lot. Mike had all of a sudden just gone from being my boyfriend to being our caretaker, and the fact that like we were just kind of like zombies that first month. So, we started couples counseling because Mike had never been in a parental figure role. And I had been a single mom now twice. So I had the ways in which I liked to parent, and he had the ways that he liked to parent. They did not align. And so we started couples counseling, and we have continued the couples counseling to this day. We still go every other week. Sometimes it's longer, once a month. Just depends on like what's going on. And I can say that even whenever things like for like months in a row, we would pop on and, it would be out because it's all virtual. Be like, oh, he, we're so in love. Yay, everything's good and gravy. We would still have things that we'd chat about, and we would still go to counseling and still make our appointments. We would just take them down to once a month. Y'all, that is the best thing we have done for our marriage, bar none. Because, like I said, he'll be 38 coming up. I'll be 38 next June. It's not like we're just now starting life and getting our adult self figured out. Like, we've been quote unquote grown-ups for a while. So different ideas about how to spend, how to save, how to raise kids, how to take care of a house, all the things that come with having a significant other. So whenever we decided to tackle this project of the kitchen, we're like, we can do this. Okay. So like I had mentioned, we started it in May. Life happened, shit happened. And last week, I dropped my basket. Got to the end of the rope, actually fell off the rope, jumped off the rope actually, down into the bottom of the canyon with the kitchen. We just had a lot of stuff happen that I was like, nope, nope, nope. And since I have been married and divorced, I can feel and sense things and know that those are warnings like, hey, we need to stop what we're doing and move all of our attention and focus to this, because if we don't, this is going to turn into a room that we don't open the door to. We shut it and we don't talk about it, and it turns into a bigger room and a bigger room, and all of a sudden it's crushing us. I learned that from my last marriage. Don't just shut the door and turn off the light and think, it's okay, it'll work itself out. Nope, it won't. It won't. So that was going on, and I was like, okay, well, we definitely need to have a come to Jesus meeting. So we had a come to Jesus meeting about the kitchen. And Saturday morning, we got up, we got to work. It is now Wednesday. We have, dare I say, 60% of the kitchen cabinets made. Custom cabinets. Like, we built the cabinets. We are cabinet makers. That's not my full-time profession, nor do I want it to be. But can I just say, damn, they look good. They look real good. And remodeling, doing any project with your partner can be a struggle. Remodeling with your project, with your partner in a 54-year-old home, what's like the World Series of just asking for trouble? So I will say our counselor has told us many times, whenever we have a conflict, him and I avoid it like the freaking plague. Like, we will gloss over it. You know, I was talking about like closing the door and not just ignoring it. We will play not the ignore game, but kind of the ignore game for days, y'all. Days. We're masters at it. Like, we will just avoid each other, the conversation, for days, till one of us finally breaks. To be honest, it's typically Mike, because I am stubborn. So that has been something she has been working with us on since 2020. Here we are. So let's do this project together, right? So we start this project. I can't read fractions. Hear me now. Hear me say it. I can't read them. I don't understand measuring tapes. Math is not my strong situation, not my strength. It's not where my strengths lie. Math is not it for me. The tape measure and I are not friends. I can't get it to close right. I can't get it to like zip. Nothing. Reading to him, to Mike, what measurement I'm measuring has got to be the most comical thing from the outside. Because he'll say, well, what's it say? I say, it says 4 and 7 hootises. 7 little taps in. So, again, patience with his man. He'll sit there and say, is it a big? Is it a little? And he'll teach me. Now, has he taught me more than 20 times over the past 4 days? Yes. Do I keep it and hold it and remember next time? No. Patience. But then the big event happened this week. We discovered we had made an oopsie. And that oopsie required our entire kitchen to be taken apart and redone. I'm going to say that again. Our entire kitchen that we had just built. Our entire kitchen. That was an exaggeration. Let me rephrase. The 2.5 boxes that had been created and birthed from us had to be taken apart and rebuilt. Because our 1974 home is not level and not square. And things went a little spicy in the middle. So we discovered this Monday at 10:30. We stayed up until 2:30 Tuesday morning, identifying the problem, addressing the problem, fixing the problem. Here is where counseling came into play. We identified, we noticed there was a problem. I instantly took us into the living room and I was like, all right, we're going to sit down. We're going to talk about it. We're not going to sit here and measure incessantly. Congratulations. The wood doesn't move. The measurement is the measurement. How do we game plan this? We game planned it. We went to go fix it. Our fix was not correct. And we did not get the correct fix until, I kid you not, about 1 a.m. And whenever I say you could hear a pin drop in that kitchen, minus the Ed Sheeran, which is the official soundtrack of this kitchen, there was not a lot of talking. There was literally a bunch of grunts like monkeys. A lot of over-exasperated. Like we are both pissed at each other for not knowing how to build a kitchen. Plot twist. None of us have built a quick kitchen. We have no idea what we're doing. He's done woodworking and cabinetry before. Build a kitchen from scratch? Nope. This will be the first. We can add it to our resume later. I'm excited. But here is where, like I said, our counseling paid off. So we didn't talk. We did not say, because I'm going to give you some behind the curtains. So my biggest thing is whenever I get backed into a corner or upset or defensive, I go straight to like statements that cut. Like, I can't even think of one right now, but like something along the lines of, well, if we had, just research how to build a kitchen, something super shitty. I only did it twice. Growth. He did not respond to any of my super shitty comments because I know he had researched how to build a kitchen. So I was just being shitty to be shitty. So for those listening, please still be friends with me. And we fixed it. We got through it. Again, monkey grunts everywhere. And when we got it level and we looked at each other, we knew it was level. We put down our tools. We hugged. I cried. And then we proceeded to dance. Because we know we have built a foundation of being friends. Like, we were friends first. So, like, I don't know. I feel like when things are really not going great in certain areas of your life, you take it out on the areas that are going okay. Like, whenever you're mad at one friend, the other friend gets it taken out on them. Whenever things aren't great at home, your coworkers take the brunt of it because you're not the best coworker you could be. You're distracted. You might be a little angry some days. You know what I mean? So you learn to take it out on the ones they're like, they can take it. They like me. So Mike and I have done that back and forth for a few years now. And since we had that relationship, a friendship first, and we have counseling that tells us, and God bless our couples counselor, she can just tell as soon as the meeting starts what kind of meeting this will be. Good, bad, yes, no. She can tell. And I am so proud of us. Like, so proud of us. We got through it. We didn't yell at each other. We didn't scream at each other. We got through it. So if you have a significant other, if you have a partner, if you have someone in your life, if you have a roommate even, frankly, because you're living together, counseling, man, it is the mediator between the two of you, because sometimes the words you're saying make perfect sense to you. And the words that you're saying make zero sense to your partner. And you think you're speaking English and they are speaking to you in German, is how I describe it. Like, Michael say things, and I literally do not compute the things he's saying to me until we talk about him in counseling. And then our counselor is like, this is what he means. So, yeah, that's my takeaway for today. Couples counseling, it's great. It'll help build the foundation so you can build a kitchen together. I almost did something really corny there and said, it'll help you build a foundation so you can build a strong kitchen foundation. Anyhow, that's all I have today. So have a lovely day and yay, pocket change.
Thank you for listening to Pocket Change. You can find me on the internet at candice-lott.com, on Instagram at Candice J. Lott, that's Lott with 2 T's, and on Facebook as Candice Lott. I look forward to meeting you. Have a great day.